Hello everybody, welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion and Season 5 of our Open Wheel Championship. This time we are at Virginia International Raceway, a first visit for the LOA. My name is Gareth and joining me once again in commentary is Jools. Jools, how are you?
Great, thanks.
Excellent stuff. So Virginia, a really interesting track with all that grass around you. Taking a look at the championship standings before we get into that though. Rob Miller on top, 71 points from Michael Messenger in second. David Lyon is in third ahead of Nick Lee. Then we got Lee Harding, Oliver Walker, Gavin Kelly, Oliver Ettridge, Nathan Parker and Merrin Hugevin rounding out the top 10 based on the results from the Nürburgring. And we wait to have a look at the teams championship as well. Here we go then, the A team are on top with that 1-3 in the drivers championship. Risky Racing Blue in second and Stupid Aguri in third. And then we got the NGP Volvo Safe Driving Academy in fourth and JPS Jaguar in fifth. It is indeed, yeah. And such a shame that we had the news that Tyler Slavin will not be continuing in that team, sadly, with Nick Lee, so a seat opened up in there. Here's the practice results then. Nick Lee, we just mentioned him, and he's on top with a 139.715. David Lyon in second place and Rob Miller in third. Those 18 boys are very quick indeed, aren't they? They've got Stephen Greening and Lee Harding a few tenths back, and Wayne Palmer as well. Any big standouts in there for you, Jules?
Yeah, Kelly on screen, struggling in ninth.
And having a big accident, yeah. So, taking a look at the penalties from the Nürburgring then, you can see Nathan Parker and Gavin Kelly both picking up 3 penalty points, and they'll be starting from the pits for this race.
Yeah, for taking out a driver. Right, onto the quali report.
Yeah, take it away.
Right, well, this was obviously the first flying laps coming in, so Lyon setting a 41.7, well, 41.8 really. Not far off Namath there, but Rob immediately going quicker, 3 tenths quicker. And Lee Harding, good showing there, as well as Nick Lee in the 41.5, so quite close at the top there. But it was Greening at the end of the first laps who managed to just pip Nathan Parker into second place. So we can see now the second run, David Lyon lowering the bar to 41.0, Namath following him, but straight away again Miller with a 4 tenths advantage over his teammate.
Wow, look at that.
Good result there for Nick Lee, yeah, 40.5. You can see further down the order, Parker setting a 41.6 here. But then Michael Messenger storming to the top of the sheets. It does seem as the tyres warm, the cars just get quicker and quicker. David Lyon not finding anything on this run particularly, but Miller responding again, putting it back onto the top of the standings. It's almost a 2-minute lap here, but we do get in 15 minutes quite a few runs, so the drivers tend to fuel up and just run and run and run, get those tyres warmer and warmer. David Lyon going again, still just shy of Miller's time. It looks like Miller made a mistake on that lap. So Jordan Johnson normally quite rapid, he's just showed there as personal best 41.9, so still in 10th place. See if he can move up the order, and obviously defending champion down in 10th, 1.6 seconds off the pace. Lyon finally pips Miller almost into the 39s. Let's see if any of the drivers do make it into the 39s. Lyon not improving. Johnson moving up to 9th. Not really the top end of it here. What we're looking for is anybody who can get into the 39s is going to be likely a good shot for pole. And there you go, Miller into the 39s with a 39.721. Anybody can respond to that?
Stunning pace.
No, they didn't.
So here we are, here's the grid then. Rob Miller on pole position ahead of David Lyon, his teammate. A 1-2 for the A team. Then we've got Nick Lee in third ahead of Michael Messenger, Nathan Parker, who will be starting from the pits, Lee Harding, Stephen Greening, Graham Bardsley, Jordan Johnson, Josh Kanamut reigning out the top 10. Then we've got Greg Parmenter, Wayne Palmer, Gavin Kelly, all the way down in 13th place, but he'll be in the pit lane anyway. 14th is Oliver Walker and Oliver Ettridge. We've got the two Ollies side by side on the grid then.
Yeah, Parker in 5th on the grid, but starting from the pits, he will be quite disappointed that obviously he can't take his grid position.
Look, everyone.
Yeah. Nice to see a few Ukrainian support liveries going on the grid as well.
Absolutely.
Should be a fascinating first visit to Virginia then. Here we go, we're racing. It's a good start by the A-team. Oh, look at Nick Lee there. He's bopping into wheels with David Lyon, trying to get into the inside. Who's that coming down the outside? Unfamiliar livery. Is it Messenger? The Ukrainian livery. Oh no, the A-team are touched and they're both off the track and one's round. That's Lyon facing the wrong way. Absolute disaster for that team then, and that's promoted Stephen Greening into the lead.
And Jordan Johnson up 7 places.
Yeah, what a storming start he's had. And looking down to the inside to come through that second left-hander. That's a very tight corner, second gear. And now for the first time through the snake, this is where the track gets really exciting. Very, very fast sequence of corners. Oh, someone's off on the grass in the background there. Was that Messenger?
I think
Or
that's
is it
Ettridge.
Ettridge?
And Johnson is through.
He is. Oh, and he's off though. Round he goes. Let's hope he doesn't get any damage. There's such a lot of grass here, so that yeah, you just end up going for miles off the track. Here they come into the oak tree for the first time. Such a brilliant corner, this one. And it's
Parker's up to 4th, and just think he started from the pits, so that's an incredible first lap for Parker there.
yeah, it is. He's been really fortunate with a few cars taking themselves out of contention, but that is a storming opening lap from Parker, like you say.
Well, there's only 8 seconds from 1st to 14th. Obviously, Johnson went off. So yeah, he's made up a lot of places. That's someone going a bit late on the brakes there and locking up.
Yeah, it's
They're
Parmenter.
fighting with Kelly, fighting over 8th place.
Yeah. And Kelly's also got the Ukrainian support, which is why his livery looks a little unfamiliar this time with the blue and yellow side pods. He's now being 3 wide down the main straight then. This is incredible stuff. Oh no, someone's round again. That's Lee Harding.
Yeah, it looks like the 3 wide survived, but there's Lee Harding joining Johnson at the back.
Yeah, nice to see Lee joining us for F3. He's one of our front runners in GT3.
And Miller's in the pits, so not a great start after his win last race. Not a great start for him.
No, and here's a replay then of what happened to Harding. Side by side, one of the Ukrainian cars as they come down the main straight. Dips into the slipstream. Just locks the inside wheels and round he goes. The cars are going so fast into that T1, you've got to really get your braking right into that corner. Oh, and there's another car around. That's Ettridge again, look. The oak
No, it's
tree.
Bardsley.
Oh, it's Bardsley, I beg your pardon. It's
Yeah, we were following Ettridge, we just switched to Bardsley there.
all these yellow and blue cars as well.
And that's Lee making a move on Palmer.
Yeah,
It's a great track. It's fast and flowing, as you say, and it really punishes mistakes, because as soon as you put a wheel on that grass, then you seem to like forever. You're just moving off the track, and you just can't get back on.
Yeah, indeed. In this corner hog pen that they've just come through, that's another one where you just end up miles off the track. But also the roller coaster turns 14 and 14A at the top of the hill after the long back stretch. Parmenter off the track again. Yeah, if you get the braking zone wrong there, then you're in for a world of pain, as there's a lot of dips in the grass and can flip the car and smash it up. Here's Ollie Walker.
Now this is Ollie Walker. Now I believe he's got the same livery this race as Namath, even though they're in different teams, so that'll just extra confuse us. But at least Ollie's helmet is quite distinct. And there is a message from Putin on the side of that car there. I believe all the riskies are running that message.
Excellent stuff, yep. Heartily approve of that message. On board with David Lyon from the A-team then, currently running in 10th.
Yeah, recovering from his... he made an amazing start to get the lead off of Miller, and then Miller just misjudged and took him out.
Yeah. And Lee was so lucky to get through that unscathed, although he obviously lost a couple of places. Nathan Parker now running second place, by the way, from the pits. Incredible start he's had.
He didn't need to qualify, did he? Really? He would have started 5th.
Maybe he would have been in that chaos at the start, though.
Could have been, yeah.
We're looking at Lee Harding then, under attack from Jordan Johnson. And this is...
Johnson, who was in the lead on that first lap before he lost it.
Yeah. This is that roller coaster corner then, number 14. And if you go straight on there, that's where the big horrible dips are in the grass.
I like the oak tree hairpin. There's a lot of time to be found there.
Yeah, it's a fabulous corner, isn't it? This fast sweeping braking zone all the way into the final apex in second gear. Great corner.
Nicola Lee's on a charge, fastest lap of the race, over a second faster than the leader Greening.
Wow, he is flying then.
He's got to get past Parker first. And Kelly's just making his way quietly up the order in 7th.
Yep, good spot. See a new personal best for Graham Bardsley, a 1:44. He's down in 14th place, unfortunately. The sole Rumblebee in this race. And this is the section of track which you really don't want to be going side by side. You just got to be very patient and stay behind the car in front. Single file through here. Oh, someone's just missed the track. Is that Ettridge again?
Yep. Got back on pretty quickly, but he's now going to come under attack from Jordan Johnson.
I actually set my fastest lap in a practice session when I did that. Did a 140 doing that. It was good. So despite this long straight, this isn't actually a particularly easy overtaking spot, although Jordan's going for it.
You see he went for the inside, but that becomes very quickly the outside.
Yeah. Yeah, turn 1 is realistically the best overtaking spot on this track.
A new fastest lap for Parker at the front.
Wow, he's really finding his feet with this car and this track, isn't he? A lot of weaving going on. Just saw.
Yeah, that's Ollie Walker trying to break the toe on line, and Jordan passing Ettridge and almost
getting line
as well.
That'd have been a spectacular.
He's going to have to wait, I
think. He's not waiting, no. He's trying to go around the outside of the NASCAR corner.
No, that's not going to work. He's switching to the inside, but he's not got a nose in yet.
No. Yeah, that NASCAR corner and I can't remember the name of the second left-hander straight after it. Those two are quite tricky corners. The second one especially is a lot slower than you think. Wow, look at Jordan just harrying line all the way through the snake. He's going to have to be very careful here. Doesn't repeat the same mistake from lap 1.
Yes, they come into the oak tree and now onto the Madison Avenue back straight.
Now I heard apparently the oak tree in real life has been chopped down now, which is sad.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Johnson's backed off of line. He's actually under attack from Harding now, so he must have made a mistake coming out the oak tree.
Yeah, you're right. He's slipped behind Harding. Look. There they are on screen. Yeah, it'd be nice.
Probably some frustration there because he should really be at the front. I mean, both of these actually, or all three of these.
Oh no, they made contact. Round they go. Sorry to cut you off there. Oh god, Harding's flying across the track. Let's hope he's. Was he out of the barriers?
That's pretty close to the tyre wall there.
Yeah, there was a lot of sideways force in his car there. Just threw him off the track. Oh, Johnson's really having one to forget, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. How did he do in the first round? He got only 14 points from round 1. 4 points from round 1.
Yeah, it's. I was really expecting him to be a title contender this season, and I expect him. I mean, you still got 2 drop races, so presumably.
Yeah, but that's it. He got 4 points in round 1. How many points is he going to get here? That's probably going to be his 2 drop results.
Yeah.
And as Mr. Miller found last season, that counts at the end.
Oh, it really does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Ollie Walker under attack from the line.
But we know Jordan is spectacularly quick, so let's see what happens when we get to Watkins Glen. Line carrying beautiful speed on the apex there of the oak tree. Someone's been off. Big cloud of smoke hanging around in the air. So Greening still in the lead, 1.4 seconds ahead of Nathan Parker. David Lyon attacking Ollie Walker as they head up to the roller coaster. See if he can make it stick on the outside. Oh, he has.
Nicely done, but he's locked up, although that's quite a common occurrence at that corner.
Yeah, I think the unloaded wheels just sort of lock slightly as you go through there. The personal best for Stephen Greening and for Namath in fourth. So,
oh, who's that? That's Bardsley.
It's Bardsley going off, yeah. Walker's fighting back on the line. This is into T1. And that's actually a really good corner. I enjoy that one as well.
It's very easy to go off there, though.
Oh gosh, yeah.
There's the leaders. They kind of just settled down a bit.
Yeah, the gap is closing though. Greening is losing time to Parker in second place, and Lee in third.
He's no stranger to being at the front. He's probably just pacing himself. He knows how costly a mistake at this track can be.
Yes, indeed. So there's our top three on the screen together then. Greening, Parker and Lee. Names in fourth, Messengers in fifth. Kelly's now up to sixth place. Palmer's in seventh. Lyon is in eighth. Ollie Walker is in ninth. Ollie Ettridge is in 10th. And we've got Parmenter, Johnson, Bardsley, Harding and Miller a long way back after his pit visit.
Yeah, he's going to have to bang in a lot of laps, although that was a 147, so not sure what's going on with him.
Well, here's another one where if it goes wrong, it really goes wrong for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Parker. He's lost a lot of time to Lee behind him, and he's lost those sort of 4 tenths that he gained on Greening. There is Lee just homing in on the back of the Stupid Aguri.
Everybody's doing personal bests, or most people are at the moment.
Yeah.
Tyres are really coming in and the fuel's burning off.
Yeah, this is when we're going to see those top split guys start just banging in the speed. So where is Lee going to make his move? Oh, screeching tyres as they came through there. But they survived.
Well, it's not going to be here.
No.
See if he can keep... He's a bit far back to make a move out of the oak tree down the straight as well, I would imagine.
Yes, but that corner they just came through with the Marshall hut, that's the South Bend, where you do have to have a little lift, and it can set you up quite nicely into the South Bend, but into Oak Tree, but you've got to be so careful. I think most people would prefer to do it on this run here. Or
Messenger's off there in the background.
Oh, well spotted.
He's just gone backwards into the tiles, so that's possible damage from Messenger.
Yeah,
and that's another place for Kelly and everybody behind him.
You see him falling down the order now, and he's towed and in the pit lane. That's unfortunate for Messenger, running in the top 10.
Probably a broken rear wing or rear suspension.
Yeah, that's one of the few corners where you can find the tyre barrier. And I think you can do it in turn 1 if you really mess it up, and also NASCAR corner, turn 4. That's very easy to hit the barriers there. Is Parker still running in second place then?
Maybe he'll elect to start from the pits next race as well.
Yeah, it's really worked for him.
Seems to have helped.
Oh, look at that. There's Parmenter off the track once again. That's unfortunate. Gets it back on the road though. That's that turn 1. Showing us just how easy it is to run off the road there.
Yeah, if you just don't brake as much as you need to, sometimes you just run painfully wide, and you can see it happening for like half an hour before it happens. There's nothing you can do.
Nothing at all, yeah. It's a track where you really need some finesse with the brake pedal.
Absolutely. So Palmer here is closing on Kelly by the look at these lap times.
Yeah, we could be shaping up for a good battle here. Oh, he's run a bit wide on the exit though. He hung himself on the curb a little bit.
He's just throwing some dirt into Line's face, who's also chasing.
So lap 9 of 27 then. Riding on board with Wayne Palmer as we head up the long hill to the roller coaster. Here we go. Really sketchy corner to learn, actually, that one, just to find the braking zone for it.
So why do they go through the hog pen? Is there a hog pen there?
No, I did read... I'm such a nerd. I did read up why they called it that, and it was something to do with the drivers not liking it or something. I can't remember.
Okay.
I mean, it does look a bit like a farm, doesn't it, with the big red barn-like buildings and stuff.
Yeah. An early pit stop for Palmer, so he was on Kelly's tail. Maybe he decided he would save time perhaps by not trying to fight Kelly, and maybe he just wants to run in clean air. They are in the pit window.
Yeah, interesting tactic going on then.
We'll see how that works, but in the meanwhile, Lay is lots closer to Parker than he was. He's cut it from about 6/10 down to 2/10.
Yes,
See if he
indeed.
can stay there, because that dirty air is going to be really affecting him now.
Well, let's see how he does when he gets to the top of the hill then. Has he got a good run off the oak tree?
Slightly closer than he was the past couple of laps.
Yeah. I just saw Johnson behind is getting close to the back of Ollie Ettridge as well, further down. So we've got battles going on up and down the field. Here is that battle.
Yeah, the camera operator's listening to you, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's closed on him rapidly over the past few laps.
Yeah.
Just ahead of them is Walker, Johnson's teammate, and another off for Parmenter.
Yeah.
Not having a great day here.
Yeah, it's unlucky. He'll be looking to go again when we get to Watkins. Personal best for Greening and Parker behind him. Parker was quicker than Greening. And look at that, Nick Lee in the middle of those two lap times.
Super tight.
Johnson is pushing Ettridge
I was
through.
going to say, yeah, he's pushing him down the straight.
So this is the preferred safe overtaking spot, and he's got the inside line for T1.
Who's later on the brakes?
Oh,
He's still hanging in there.
gosh, he was really risking it round the outside, but he is a risky racer, obviously, but that was bold, brave stuff from the pair of them. I would not want to stick my nose down the inside of that corner there.
Distraction tactics, I think.
Yeah. But it's great. I mean, the way you open up the let the car go as you come out of those two left-handers and head through the rights and onto the snake is exciting.
Look how close Lay is now. Coming up on Parker.
Yeah, good spot there.
Parker goes defensive. But Lee, it looks like... Has he got him done?
He
has.
Can he break it in time though? Agonising spin from the lead for Lee last time out at the Nürburgring.
Yeah, he'll be looking to make amends for that.
Yes.
Next target is Greening.
So 1.2 seconds is the gap then from Stephen Greening to our newly promoted second place man Nick Lee, who has put in the fastest lap of the race. Look, a 1:40.366. Oh no, that's Ettridge off the road.
Yeah, Nick Lee, I think, needs to send thanks to Parker there for that tow.
Yeah.
And there's this Walker being overtaken by his teammate.
Yeah, and run off the track almost slightly.
Walker is somewhat anonymous here, isn't he? He hasn't had any incidents, but he's 24 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, just I wonder if he's just not gelling with this track.
Quite possibly. I know certain tracks certain drivers don't like, and then other tracks certain drivers, you know, it's their favourite, and they're just incredibly quick there. So maybe he just doesn't like this track, or maybe he didn't have time to practice.
Yeah, classic example being Dave Lyon and Laguna Seca, and Mark Tranter, who absolutely hates Laguna Seca.
Yeah, Dave's always petitioning it to be on the calendar, and Mark would be petitioning for it not to be.
Yeah. Mark's shipping bulldozers out to California to dig the thing up. But yeah, I mean, Virginia, though, this is, as I say, our first visit to the track, and it's been an absolute revelation.
When I saw it and I watched the hot lap for it, I thought, yeah, no, this is good. Why were people saying not to have this?
Yeah. I drove it in the Skippy, and it was a real hard challenge, actually. And especially with the really long, because this is the full layout, but there's two separate tracks one's called East and one's called West, and they're actually even longer because they have a whole massive bit in the infield. So
yeah, I can see it's all very wiggly.
Yeah, well, you go up from the oak tree, you go up the hill, then you turn right and you go all around the wiggly bit, and then you rejoin for the roller coaster. Nick Lee off the track.
Yeah, all that hard work, and he ran wide at T1.
Oh
so
no!
That's Parker back in front. And Greening, for good measure, has gone and blasted in a 40.2.
Super fast time from Greening there. Just
almost quali pace.
Yeah. So Lee now 6.7 seconds back from the lead.
Yeah, and from that battle, Parker's obviously dropped back a bit from Greening as well, so he's got a 3-second cushion. That's going to come in handy when it comes to the pit stops, because it's always a potential loss of time there, as we know from Miller and Lyon, various others who've had incidents in the pits. Not just crashing, but also you accidentally put tyres on, or you refuel the wrong amount, either too much or too little. Can all go wrong. So having that 3-second gap just gives him a bit more comfort. He doesn't have to hit the pit lane limit line so hard, and yeah, should help him.
Yeah, really good points there, Jools. Yeah. We're on board with David Lyon, our double champion, chasing our reigning champion Gavin Kelly. These are the only two LOA champions on the grid for this race, and they're doing better.
Like Kelly has found some of that missing pace, but he's now into the 40s as well, with everybody else.
That's good to see.
Lyon, I think, is quicker.
So they charge through the hog pen onto the start-finish straight, and Lyon is in the slipstream. We're going to see a change from... Oh, he's dived to the inside already before I got the words out of my mouth. Here we go into the braking zone. He's slightly behind still, but carries the speed on the brakes. And he's through to 5th place.
That's right.
That was a good solid move, but I had to say I think Jools was... you had to say Gavin Kelly there was quite sensible with it as well. Made sure they didn't come together. I think Kelly's
recognised that he hasn't really got the pace here, so he's just going to look up to follow Lyon and then see where it takes him. Where did he started last, didn't he?
Yeah.
So 6th place is not bad, and we've still got the pit stops to come.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's solid tactics as well. You know, it's thinking strategically when to fight and when to sort of let it happen a little easier.
I feel that's what gave him the championship last season. He was always there or thereabouts on the podium, and then he got his couple of wins, but he scored pretty much every round very well.
Yes.
And so he had the pick of the top results.
The thinking brain. So Lyon only down 3 places now. He's having an excellent recovery drive here. Next target is Josh Namath, who's having a storming run, all the way up to 4th place now.
Absolutely, he was very lucky. I think he got no damage from that. It was only the slightest of touches that just span him round on that one.
Yeah.
As Greening puts in another 40.1, and he's also got no incidents yet. Everybody else is pretty well behaved, but he hasn't dipped a wheel wrong yet.
No. Here's Josh Namath into the pits.
Yeah, the first of the front runners to blink.
So Joshka is another driver who's still looking for a teammate in the ETM. Oh, he's changing tyres, look.
That's going to cost him, as I was just saying.
That's unusual.
It doesn't take long to put them on, but they take a few laps to get up to the temperature.
Yeah.
So that's going to hurt him.
I have to keep an eye on his lap times then for the next sort of 4 laps to see what happens.
Yeah, he was ahead, wasn't he, of Kelly and Lyon by about 6 seconds?
Yeah, he was 4 seconds back from Nick Lee. He was So he was about 10 seconds back from the leader. Nick Lee 6 seconds back. Try and keep those numbers in our head.
Yeah.
Here's Ollie Walker then, currently running P6. Johnson behind him once again. So has Johnson stopped, or did he make another mistake?
He hasn't gelled at this track either, has he?
No.
He's fast, but he keeps losing it.
Look at that, half a minute behind the leader now. Through South Bend. Yeah, another corner where it's very easy to fly off the road. And you will get a slowdown penalty if you decide to blast through the support pits for a laugh. I tested that in practice.
You can do it at Suzuka, can't you? I think I've done it at Suzuka.
Yeah, I think you can do it at Suzuka, yeah. Not consistently applied then, sadly. Well, look at that, Johnson's through then.
Yeah, he had a good toe coming out of the oak tree, so
yeah,
that was pretty easy.
And Ettridge doing battle with Namath then. And Namath's going to be struggling with those cold tyres.
You'd have thought, yeah. That was a good spot.
Cheers. Ettridge going to the outside then, 41. Namath moves to cover him in the braking zone. Nicely defended. And here's Parmenter and Palmer. Wow, that's getting risky there. Looked like he was struggling to hang on to it as he came into NASCAR Bend there.
Yeah, that car looks pretty unstable. It has been around a few times, hasn't it?
Yeah. I wonder if he's running the VRS setup, which reports suggested was very tail happy. Blisteringly quick.
I think a lot of people went to the baseline, didn't they? The iRacing setup for this track.
Yeah, the VRS was blisteringly quick down the straights, but difficult to hang on to in the corners.
Just looking at the front, and Greening's put another second on Parker, and Lay hasn't really caught back up to Parker yet.
Yeah,
and you can see why. He's just set another purple. He's lapping incredibly consistent. I'd like to see his lap times. I think they're all 40.1s at the moment.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Nick Lee's nearly there on that pace, but not quite.
Plus he's got to get past Parker again.
Yeah. Ettridge is hunting all over Namath here as they come through the roller coaster.
Yeah, Namath just needs to hang on because his tyres will come up to temperature.
Yeah. And what
is this costing him time to Line and Kelly?
Miller off the track.
I think he's parking it by the looks of. He's had enough.
Yeah, he's out of the race then. That was at turn 5, I think.
And Ettridge is pitted, so that's given Namath a breather.
Now let's see if he goes up on the tyre jacks. No, it doesn't look like it.
No, just fuel.
So Greening, Parker, Lee is our top 3. David Line now in 4th place, but look at that, 18 seconds back from Greening. He's not going to be able to close that in 10 laps.
No, the pace differential is so small at the top.
Yes. Yeah, you have to rely on mistakes.
Exactly. That's his best case, unless anybody ahead of him drops out. And he's got about a 2-second lead over Kelly. So obviously, as we said, Kelly couldn't stay with him, so he's just elected to follow him.
You know what though? I mean, fair play to Kelly. He hasn't dropped him that far. It's pretty close. Look at that, another 40.2 for Greening. 40.3 for Nick Lee. He's very consistent now.
It's a track you can get into a good rhythm with, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, if you're a top split driver, yeah.
Kelly and Line also in the 40s there.
Yeah. Big lock up for Manta coming through the roller coaster. Is that going to...
Yep, here's the teammates for Sim stickers.
Yeah, very lovely, pretty cars they're racing. Johnson and Walker both in the pit lane.
Yeah, I was going to say, the JPS boys are into the pits together.
Yep, and here comes Parmenter for his stop.
Neymar's still in the 41, so it looks like the fuel and the cold tyres are still harming him.
Yeah, I'd expect to see it until around about lap 20, I imagine. It must have been a mistake changing the tyres.
Yeah, it's a case you just forget to uncheck it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just one tick box.
Yeah, I set mine so it doesn't do it unless I specifically instruct it. We've got a replay here then.
This is the start.
Yes.
On board with Nathan Parker. So the whole field's gone past, so it basically starts at the end.
Hasn't cost him that much though, look.
Yeah, it basically means you start at the back, but you still get to take part in quali. You don't have to sit and wait.
Yeah, but I feel like there are other tracks where potentially coming out the pit lane you could be a lot further back from the pack. And this is he's spitting right into the race, look, and
yeah, and he's already made up several places.
Yeah,
looks like he's very comfortable with the car. Another guy going off there, one of the risky boys. And then there's Pimenta ahead of him, and he's got a great toe, so looks like we're going to be getting him. Oh, he's going to go side by side.
wow, and
that's brave.
He is very brave, but that is actually what, spoiler alert, if you watch the Club 1500 race, you'll see how not to do that move.
Well, what's that? First, second, third ahead of him, so he's already fourth, and he would have started on the grid fifth. So within half a lap,
he's back where he should be.
He's back in front of where he should have been. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, it almost looked like he was going to run wide out of the oak tree as well. He just beautifully held the rotation on the final part of that corner.
Well, that's how to do a first lap, isn't it?
It's a storming first lap, yeah. Oh, and look, on live fixtures then, Jordan Johnson off the road once again.
Another excursion for Jordan Johnson, oh dear.
He's really not having a good day. Well, has he parked it? I think Johnson's given up.
Looks like it.
Oh, big.
And we're just finishing up the footage with Parker here. He's now third.
Yeah. Brilliant drive by Nathan Parker there. Probably one of his best in the league I've ever seen him actually do. So here he is into the pit lane then. Driving through.
Yeah, just passing the aforementioned Johnson, who appears to have given up.
Yeah. So 3 retirements now. Jordan Johnson, Rob Miller and Graham Bardsley.
Yeah, I wonder if Johnson should have continued, because all 15 places here are scoring. So, where was he? He was around fighting with Walker, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
He would have been at least ahead of Messenger.
Yeah, you'd have picked up a few points, I think.
Maybe he's just like, it's not going for me tonight. If I carry on, maybe I'm going to hit someone and get a penalty.
Yeah.
And he did already have a collision, didn't he, with, was it Hart? It was one of the, I can't remember who it was, but he did have a collision. It might have been with Harding.
Yes. Well, and only 12x before you get a drive-through, so maybe he was, with all the spins as well, maybe he was, he picked up a drive-through and just thought, nah, not worth it.
Quite possibly.
So here's Nathan Parker now running P5 after his pit stop. Lyon and Kelly ahead.
Yeah, obviously the 4 ahead of him still need to stop.
Well, are they going to stop? Or I mean, we'll assume that Greening is definitely going to be stopping because there's no way he's fuel saving running lap pace. Same with Nick Lee.
They're all pretty rapid now, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've all got lap times in the low 40s.
Lee in the pits now, though. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if any of these races they do manage to fuel save, because it should be possible some places.
Yes.
But these tracks we've had to start with have all been quite a lot of throttle, a lot of time on the throttle.
It's true, yeah. Look, David Lyon, the new fastest lap then. And it's interesting to see all of that top 5. That really defines the drivers who are on top of the Virginia International Raceway against the drivers who are struggling with it. Because Lee Harding's done a 40.3, but he's down in 8th place. because he's had a spin. But there's top 5, yeah. I mean, for Line to currently be running second place despite that Turn 1 incident on the opening lap, that's incredible.
Yeah, we'll have to see how far he drops back. I mean, I think he's going to drop back to, what, 5th or something? 4th or 5th?
I think he'd be
after the pit
4th.
stops?
Yeah, I think he might be 4th when he comes out. Oh no, 5th.
It's going to be because Namath obviously pitted and got tyres, so we'll see whether he can jump Namath.
Yeah. I really want to see what Namath's lap times are looking like now. We're on lap 21. You can see his personal best is a 40.9.
Yeah. Stephen Greenan is just out front without a care in the world.
Yeah, and staying out once again. Wow, all the way to the 2 board and slightly past it before he hit the brakes.
Super confident. And Line is pitting.
And we know he struggles in the pit lane, so let's see if he can do it this time.
Oh, it's a nice big wide pit lane, isn't it?
No corners in it.
No. Make sure he checks the right buttons and everything.
Yeah. Gavin Kelly now promoted to second place. So he's up 11 places.
Yeah.
Got a replay of Greg Pimenta from the Sim Stickers team. Oh, and he's in the barriers. That's really bad.
A lot of offs, and eventually that one finished him, I think.
Yeah. So is that a 4th retirement then?
Depends. If he hasn't used the fast repair, it might be okay.
Yeah. We wait to see if he gets back out then.
So Line's come back out in 5th. Ahead of Namath.
Ahead of Namath,
by
yeah.
5 seconds. Which means, given Kelly was, 2.5 seconds back from the line, he should also come out ahead of Namath. Which means that change in tyres has cost Namath 2 places.
Yes. Yeah, big shame for him.
Still good points, but yeah, he'll be kicking himself.
Yeah, he will indeed. Did he win, was it 2 sprint races last season for Namath?
I believe you're right, yeah.
I remember the first one came Montreal, I believe. So yeah, I think he's definitely looking to make that step up and win his first feature race. He's not that far off on the 1 lap pace either. He's definitely he's got the potential to do it. Kelly's staying out.
Kelly is still not in. Well, neither's Greening, so they must. I'm surprised Greening can keep going. He's been absolutely rocketing.
Yeah, he has. No chance for slipstream for him. So the big question then, can we get 2 Stupid Aguris on the podium, or will Nick Lee deny that particular party? Parker's currently running in 4th.
He's only 7 seconds back from Kelly, so when Kelly pits, if he has to pit, which you're going to have to assume he will, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Big shame. Pimenta comes out once again then, so does the right thing, as you were saying earlier, just to get back out on track and try and pick up as many points as you can by others' misfortunes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, look at that. Personal best for Ollie Walker, 141.5. As you said earlier, he's very off the pace this week. Over a minute back now, and we haven't really seen anything go wrong for him.
No, I think he's just struggling with the track, or he didn't get enough practice.
Oh, he
Perhaps
sleeps.
it doesn't suit him.
He sleeps in his rig, surely.
Well, he's in. Well, how many series is he in now? He's got the touring cars. He's got the GT3.
Yeah, no, you're right.
He's the leader in.
And he's
Finally, so nice big pit lane. Let's see if he can find his marks. Not have to reverse. That's always also another terrible thing you can do.
Yeah, it seems to affect the NASCARs more than the F3s from what I've seen, mainly because the NASCARs are awful.
Their brakes are made of custom.
So true.
So look at that. He's a pit stop ahead of Kelly.
Wow. Absolutely storming performance from Greening. I mean, he's been rapid since he started the Formula 3s at Spa last season, but he's just he's had so many incidents. with it. And remember, he crashed into a fellow risky coming through Lacombe on that first race.
He did, yeah. Yeah, all the risky boys are rapid, but they're not bulletproof.
No.
Which is good, because that gives competition.
Yes, unlike in TCR.
Name of personal best is into the 40.8, and yeah, he is he's about 5 seconds, 6 seconds off the back of the line.
Yeah.
And actually, he's under attack from Palmer.
Speaking of TCR, if I could for a second, though, big shout out for Stephen Greening, because that the second race at Alton Park, where he went toe to toe with Charles Rainford, astonishing racing going on over the last couple of laps of that race. Well worth a watch of that video.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Oh, it's amazing stuff. I mean, I think Greening might come away from it feeling a little hard done by, actually. So, Greening, Kelly, Lee is the order, but Kelly yet to stop. It should promote Nick Lee back up into second place ahead of Nathan Parker. So,
yeah, Kelly's in.
Oh, I could hear the growl of someone on the limiter. Here he comes. Doesn't reverse. Oh, new personal best for Nick Lee, look, 40.2, 40.3 for Parker.
Is Namath going to get Kelly?
Line has just gone through, as you would expect. What's Namath's time? 40.8, so he is back up to speed now, and that's not his personal best though, so he's gone even quicker than that previously.
Oh, by a thousandth.
Oh wow, yeah, look at that at the bottom left hand of the screen. Here he comes through NASCAR corner, and we cut to Wayne Palmer. Currently running.
Okay, so there's a battle here for 5th. And they're closing 2 laps.
Palmer's having a good race. Big shout out to him, up 5 places. Currently running P7. And that is named just up the road.
Yeah, at least I think this is the closest, aside from Harding and Walker, it's the closest battle on the track currently.
Yeah. Wow, just such wow.
Oh, Namath wide there, kicking up the dirt.
Yeah, that might give Palmer a little sniff of a glimpse to catch up. Such an astonishing sequence of corners we've just ridden on board with Wayne through. It's a real fantastic track.
Tricky for braking for that corner, because you kind of just gently do it, don't you?
Yeah.
It's just a case of how much you can get away with, how much speed you can take in, because then you do have quite a tight right-hander where you lock up your outside wheel.
That's right, yeah. There's a little mark on the track just before the gentle left, which I was using as a brake marker into there.
Ah, right.
Which is
I can't remember what I was using.
It's a problem with someone sitting on it. Josh Denave looking a little ragged here compared to Wayne Palmer, and there is an opportunity here for Namath to lose 6th place. Wow, Palmer really on the limits as he came through there.
Yeah, he's punishing the tyres in the wake there, but he's certainly the one that's attacking. Kelly looks like he's a bit more comfortable at the front of this group.
No, I agree. And I mean, he's going to chuck those tyres in the skip after the 2 laps anyway, so he might as well use everything they've got. Oh, nice Portaloo sitting there behind the marshal's hut.
So only Ollie Walker last lap did a personal best, but then he's got time to find.
Yeah.
The top 3. 4 actually, all doing 40.5s, 40.7.
Even now, after all these laps, that's just it's astonishing how good and consistent they have all been.
And they're already on the last lap.
Wow. Stephen Greening then potentially heading to a first Formula 3 victory in the LOA. He's had plenty of GT3 wins, but yeah, this will be the first time he's done it in the open wheelers. I still prefer saying single-seater to open wheeler, don't you?
Yeah.
People get a bit funny about it though. They're like, oh no, because the Radical's a single-seater.
Well, we did run it as our first season car.
Well, we did, yeah.
And that was because it was free.
Yeah.
We could have run the Mazda, couldn't we?
Yeah, I mean the Radical is, it was a baptism of fire, but it's such a fun car to drive.
Yeah, probably it would have been better to do the Skippy or the, well, as we wanted free, probably the Legacy Mazda.
Yeah. Or maybe the Caddy. Or the Kia.
They're not single-seaters, definitely.
No, that's true. Yeah.
They're passenger cars.
Oh, that little Legacy Pro Mazda thing, that's quite a fun little car. I like that.
Well, it's not when it's not getting run over by a Riley.
Well, armour off the track there, but yeah, you can do that and it doesn't harm you.
He's carried the speed, yeah.
Providing you get back on track quite swiftly, because otherwise you really mess up the braking.
Oh, he's gone off again. Yeah, no, I'm sorry interrupting
no, it's
you.
fine.
He went wide on the exit as well, right over
yeah,
the
he
dirt,
did. You can
so
still see
that's blunted his attack. I think Namus is safe now.
Still see the dust flying across the track, actually.
So that's Stephen Greening.
Stephen
winning.
Greening, well done.
Congratulations. Nick's happy there with a little wiggle.
Yep.
And Parker, he's got to be pleased with that, third place.
He's got to be absolutely delighted. I don't know how many podiums he's had in Formula 3, but that's a really good result.
There's Line, and that guy's waving the wrong flag.
He is.
Oh, there you go. He's found the right one now.
How funny. That's hilarious. David Lyon's superb damage limitation run, as was Gavin Kelly's.
Awesome.
He said it was an awesome race.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Stephen.
Yeah, you've got to say those top 5 drivers just a class apart this race. So Stephen Greening picks up the win for Risky Racing Blue ahead of Nick Lee in second place. Nathan Parker comes home in third. David Lime was in fourth. Gavin Kelly was in fifth. Josh Kanema probably regretting that change of tyres in sixth place, but still a really good drive. Then we have Wayne Palmer, an excellent drive from him. Lee Harding. Oliver Walker curiously off the pace in 9th, and Oliver Ettridge the same in 10th. Michael Messenger was in 11th, and then we had Greg Parmenter and then several retirements. Nick Lee on top of the standings in the championship though, and David Lyon up to second place. Rob Miller falling away a little bit after his retirement. Nathan Parker in 4th. Then we have Michael Messenger, Gavin Kelly, Stephen Greening, Lee Harding, Oliver Walker, Oliver Ettridge rounds out the top 10. Then Palmer name of Hugavin, Parmenter, Johnson, Parker, Bardsley, Rick Barrow in 18th place.
Yeah, looking like Johnson needs to start scoring.
Yeah.
But up the front, pretty close. Oh, here's that moment. Just the slightest of taps.
Such a shame, but yeah, really a defining moment of this race then. So the A-team still on top of the standings. Stupid Aguri up 1 place and closing in a bit, you'd have to say. But look at that, Risky Racing Blue only 3 points back. Great battle shaping up between these 3 teams. And will NGP Volvo Safe Driving Academy join the fight once they get a second driver? JPS in 5th.
Yeah, I imagine Nick is going to be urgently finding someone, because they could be right in the title hunt there.
Well, I've got to say, I really think that either he joins the ETM or Josh Goodwin moves across, but we'll see what happens. So round 3, we're going to be at Watkins Glen, which will be a really good fun race.
That's a great track.
Yeah, that's going to be really good fun in the F3s. Can't wait to see what happens there. This has been a stupendous race. I thoroughly enjoyed it. First visit for the LOA Virginia. I hope we come back once again very soon. Don't forget you can find us at thelimitofadhesion.com, facebook.com/limitofadhesion. Don't forget to like and subscribe the videos. Come say hi to us on Discord. Cheers, Jools.
See you later.